Hello and welcome back to the vlog. So you join me back in the garage where it's absolute chaos. Very untidy, very disorganised, which isn't me, and it's really frustrating me, so I need to get that sorted out. So what are we doing today? The reason why there's so much chaos in here is because I've stripped out my Ford Transit Custom Campervan conversion. As you will see, it's all stripped out and in my garage because I am changing over the electrical and relay system. So previously in my vehicle, when I had it quite basic, I had a split relay charging kit which was 30 amps going to my leisure battery, and this split relay charging kit, voltage sensitive unit, would charge my leisure battery when the vehicle was running and disconnect once it was fully charged. So in a nutshell, because I've advanced the campervan build, have a TV and a fridge, etc., I allowed the voltage of the leisure battery to drop down to 5 volts, and when it tried to draw power to recharge the leisure battery, it kept blowing the 20 amp fuse, which was going from the 30 amp split relay charging kit to the leisure battery. So upon further investigation, because I am no electrical expert, the system was very safe. I'm not an electrical expert, but because of the amount of amps it was trying to draw from when the vehicle alternator was running to charge everything up from the vehicle battery, it was just trying to take as much power as possible to bring the battery back up to charge, so it just kept blowing the fuses. So I had to take out the leisure battery, which is here, and charge internally in the garage, and then fit back. So we have a new system which is far more beefier. So conduit, instructions, brand new relay which is 140 amp, whereas my last one was only 30 amp. And check out, whoa, check out this beefy cable. So that is pretty beefy. 110 amp 70 degree C cable, which is fantastic. And we also have excellent electrical stuff, fuse holders, sticky pads, drill piece and screws, fantastic. New battery terminals, which is very good. Sticky pieces, wiring, zip ties. So all good. So yeah, excellent. Right, so I'm going to crack on and get this sorted out, and we will feed back. So this is the first weekend post Strathpuffer mountain bike race, so I've had a bit of a lazy morning, to be honest, because last weekend there wasn't much sleep happening. It was very cold. I will review my Strathpuffer 24-hour mountain bike race performance, but as you can probably tell from my voice, I had a chest infection and I'm recovering from the chest infection, so it didn't go well. So I need to get my van clean because the salt and the grit and that on the roads is terrible. Here is the Giant Trance 27.5's ultimate bike. Now it still has the Strathpuffer 24-hour mountain bike race number on. Still has the ice spikers on. So I gave it a quick general clean and wipe down, returning last week. But because I got back so late and had to return the camper van, I actually haven't had much of a chance to get it all stripped down, cleaned nicely, lubricated and rebuilt. So I will do that later on today as well. Yesterday was a short training ride in the morning, as you will see coming up now. I also had a very nice family day where I took my wife and daughter to the cinema, so really very good. So there's quite a lot to do. I was back training again on the bike from Tuesday last week onwards, but just very easy because I've got this chest infection. Although it's not very serious, I can notice it in performance, and my heart rate is quite elevated at the moment. So I've got quite a hard block of training starting tomorrow, and then we're going to look at doing FTP. For those of you that don't know what FTP is, functional threshold power testing. So I want to check that out. Currently we believe my FTP is between 270 to 280 watts, which for some of you may not think sounds a lot. When you know some top racer banging out 350 to 400 watts, but I am very light. I'm very light, so I'm actually sitting at about 4.3 watts per kilo, about 4.3 watts per kilo at the moment, when training at the top end, which is not too bad at all. So the goal is to get to 315 watts for my FTP. At about 61.5 kilos to 62 kilos, so you know that's pretty good. So despite me being quite lightweight, I actually prefer time trialing to climbing. I do like climbing, I can climb reasonably well, but I actually prefer time trialing. So yes, right, so anyway, that's enough of the enough waffling. This morning has been a 2 coffee morning. I've needed 2 coffees today. I'm feeling a bit groggy, so we will crack on and stop discussing boring nonsense. And oh, it's absolutely freezing out here. Okay, so here we have the new kit from Simply Split Charge on eBay. Very good. So this is the old system. As you can see, very small and basic. Going to the vehicle battery under the seat. There's a leisure battery. So this will now be plumbed in, and you can see the difference in terms of the wiring. Far thicker, far more superior. So very good. So we'll get this sorted out and hopefully wired up without too much of an issue. Okay, so we now have everything wired in, the split relay charging kit, and here we go. Vehicle is running, and we're sitting at 14.8 volts with the vehicle running, which is absolutely fantastic. So it boosts up when the vehicle is actually on and running. It's a smart charger, so it's only charging when the vehicle's on, boosting the leisure battery. And once that battery voltage is maintained, this will then disconnect and drop off, and then only kick in when the vehicle is running and the battery requires charging. So it's very good. So excellent. So just fluctuating very slightly there, but that's perfectly fine and normal. So really happy with that. And it's quite straightforward to do, relatively easy. So now we can get the van put back together internally, get the kitchen sink and unit back in, and the TV back in, and along with the fridge, and that's it all done. So thank you very much for watching. Quite basic and straightforward to do. Check out Simply Split charger kits on eBay. Very good instructions that come with the parts and the kit. Thoroughly recommend it. So excellent. Right, on with the rest of the day now.